Thanks for watching another episode of Soapbox. I'm Natalie Berg, contributor to Ann Arbor's Concentrate magazine. May is National Water Safety Awareness Month. Here to tell us more about what parents and kids need to know about water safety and how to prevent tragedies this summer are Goldfish Swim School franchise co-owner Katie Lee and Ann Arbor Fire Department firefighter and team leader for the newly created Washtenaw County Swift Water Rescue Team, Christopher Lessenden. Thank you both for joining us here on Soapbox.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Katie, Michigan annually has one of the nation's highest number of accidental drownings among children between the ages of 1 and 4. Why is that?
It's a great question. It's a big question. I think a couple things are, we as parents, I'm a mother of 3 children, we think sometimes that we're maybe at the park and we can take our eye off a child. We cannot take our eye off a child when we're around water. It's just in a second we can have a drowning victim. And secondly, I think in our society we just don't put an importance on swimming lessons and teaching our children how to swim at a very early age. It is not something that needs to be done when they're a teenager. We need to start early.
Okay. So firefighter Lessenden, the Ann Arbor Fire Department partners with Goldfish Swim School in Ann Arbor to offer free water safety programs. What tips do you provide to parents and kids?
One of the things we'd like to tell the parents is it's important to make sure that the water around your house is secure. So if you have a hot tub, a swimming pool, it's important that those children can't simply just wander into it. It only takes a split second for a child to become a drowning victim, and without having some means for them to go over or go through, it can happen readily fast. The other thing we would say is to teach your children to ask permission before you go swimming. If you start to instill that from the very beginning, they're not going to just simply go in there on their own. They're going to want to always know, and that's going to let you know what's going on and where they're at.
Okay. So what are some of the most common mistakes that lead to water safety accidents?
There is so many little things. We don't pay attention to what's going on as a parent. Children will see a friend in the water and see that they need help, and then they go help them. We always teach them not to do that. Throw a life preserver of some kind. Chris, you might have more to add.
Another thing would be, the rough housing. You'll watch kids that are hyperventilating to try to do a hold your breath kind of game. Well, that can go wrong very quickly, so it's important to teach them not to do that.
Okay. So, Katie, I'm a new mom, and I understand that parents are enrolling their kids in swimming lessons at younger and younger ages. What is a good age for young children to begin to learn how to swim safely?
We start them at Goldfish Swim School at 4 months of age. It's a great age to have it's a great activity to start at that age. It's the one activity as a parent or a grandparent or some other adult in the child's life that you can do. It's a one-on-one activity, and we start safety skills immediately. How to grasp a wall, how to climb out of the pool, how to float on your back and such. It's a great thing to do. We start at 4 months and we go till 12 years of age.
Wonderful, okay. But we're not just talking about toddlers here, are we, Firefighter Lessenden?
No.
I think people would be surprised to learn that accidental drowning is the 3rd leading cause of death for children up to 19 years old. So what do you tell teenagers who think they're invincible about water safety?
We try to tell them that they need to be smart. There's a lot of dangers out there that they're not realizing. We have a problem in the city here where we have overhead bridges, train trestles where these kids can jump off into water that they don't know how deep it is. It may only be 6 inches deep, but you can't see that from up above. We have kids that get into the water where the current's way faster than they're anticipating. So we tell them, be aware of your surroundings, wear your life jackets, don't swim alone. If you go out there and you may think you're a strong swimmer, it only takes a second to get some cramps, and the next thing you know, you're incapacitated, and then no one knows where you are. So those are a few of the main ones.
Okay, great. So Katie, where can people go for more information?
You can go to goldfishswimschool.com, and you can also find us on Facebook.
Wonderful. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. I want to thank Katie Lee of Goldfish Swim School and Ann Arbor Fire Department firefighter Christopher Lessenden for sharing their time today. Please don't forget that May is National Water Safety Month, and to always keep your children safe when they go in the water. I'm Concentrate magazine contributor Natalie Berg, and thank you for watching Soapbox on CTN.
Yasu and Arbor, we're here again to talk to you about the Yasu and Arbor Greek Festival at St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, 3109 Scio Church Road, which is just east of Wagner Road. Every year now, for the last 9 years, we've held our festival, and we look forward to presenting this for the Ann Arbor community. You can come park at our good friends, the Knox Presbyterian Church, at the corner of Scio Church and Wagner. They're great, great neighbors, and they always let us use their parking lot. And you can park there, take one of our frequently moving back and forth shuttles, and they'll bring you right to our festival on the church grounds. And on June 5, 6, and 7, we look forward to seeing you there so you can enjoy our Greek festival.
We're ready to go, Father Nick, just another 3 weeks, June 5, 6, and 7. And as soon as you step off the shuttle, I know Father mentioned the shuttle from the Knox Presbyterian Church to our church. As soon as you step off the shuttle, you will hear the sound of Greek music playing in the background to set the tone, get you in the mood for all of the wonderful food that we have, the marketplace we have. We have the cafenio. Absolutely. Those are the homemade pastries that our ladies have been making and are currently making right now as we speak. And we have so many activities for everyone, actually. We have our entertainment by the band Enigma from Detroit. And everyone will be pleased every single year. Everyone just loves to watch our St. Nicholas Dancers, which is comprised of our young youth, of our parish. And they have so much fun, and they like being on stage. And after a while, they invite everyone to come in, and they will show them how to dance Greek style, which is a lot of fun. We have other festivities too, Father Nick. Would you care to talk about, other than not necessarily festivities, but we have something going on in our church as well?
Sure. Within the church, our Byzantine-style church, for the last 2 years, we've had iconography in about a quarter of the church. It's part of a program that we're doing to cover the walls with iconography, and we look forward to showing that and allowing everybody to see that through our church tours. We have a number of different church tours this year. We usually come in and let people come into the church, and we show them what the church is like and what the parts of the church are and how the services work. But we're also going to have a church music tour on 2 days, on Sunday and Saturday. So we're going to explain to them the music that we use in our church. We're going to have a tour about St. Nicholas, as we do every year, so people know who St. Nicholas is. We're going to have a tour about the Christians in the Middle East. I think that's a very important topic that we discuss. And we're also going to have a very, very special tour on Saturday at 7:30. And that's we're going to have an exhibit of papyrology from the University of Michigan Papyrology Department. Assistant Professor Brendan Hauk is coming to the church. He's going to be there earlier in the afternoon. We're going to have some reserved space within the church so that people can see some ancient texts that go back 2,000 years. In fact, the oldest existing copy of a letter from St. Paul is in this collection. He's going to bring it with him, and the people will get a chance to see this ancient copy of a letter, and he's going to give a presentation at 7:30 on Saturday about papyrology, the U of M's papyrology department, which is the 5th largest in the world, the largest in the Western Hemisphere, and we'll show all these ancient texts. So it's a great treat that we have this year, and that's just on the church side.
That's on the church side, and that's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy that as well, and have a piece of history and see how everything evolved.
Yes.
Now, once we're back into the festival, outside of the church, back into the festival, we have something for the children this year, and I know they'll be excited about this. We have a face painter.
There we go.
And the face painter will be at the festival on Saturday from 1 until 8, and on Sunday from 1 until 5. So that's exciting. I know a couple of years ago we had it, and the kids were all excited about it. They were standing in line,
Yes.
and it was a wonderful, wonderful activity for them.
My kids are looking forward to it.
I'm sure they are. We also have our Agora, which is our marketplace, where you can purchase some food items as well as some clothing and some handmade jewelry made by a couple of the parishioners in our parish. And that's exciting.
It is. It's really nice jewelry.
It's beautiful.
And it's very nice, and the ladies do a very good job making it. They take a lot of time. They have all the right equipment, all the special little tweezers and the little instruments that they need to put them together, and they're very nice things.
And you'll never
They're good
know
gifts.
that they were handmade right, here
By our own
locally.
people. Yeah, you'd never know
Not
that.
manufactured by any means.
Of course, we have great food.
Absolutely.
We have the last year, which was a great hit, was our Greek French fries. So they're French fries, and we sprinkle it with feta cheese, and a special Greek spicing
Splash of
topping.
lemon.
A splash of lemon, a little oregano on top, and those were a big hit last year, so we've brought those back. And how about the food that we have?
And the food we have, oh my goodness, we have such a large array of entrees, such as pasticcio, which is comparable to the Greek lasagna.
Correct.
And we have chicken and pork shish kebab. We have stuffed grape leaves, known as dolmades. And we also have spanakopita, cheese pies and spinach pies. Those are always a big hit. Besides having the dinners, the meals, right next to the cucina is the taverna.
Taverna has a lot of nice things to drink. Of course, we have, you know, the pop and the water, but a variety of beverages, alcoholic beverages from Greece. We have Greek beer, we have ouzo, of course, and wines. And those are also very, very popular. Nice wines that come from Greece. They make some very, very good wines there. And of course, then once all that's been taken care of, we can go to the cafenillo
Yes.
and get all the sweets, that, as you said before, that the members of our parish have been making. Most of the ladies have been making this over the last couple of months, and last month, and they are just fantastic, all homemade.
All homemade, and you just cannot pass up the lucumades, which are
No, the
honey
best.
dipped.
They're the best.
They're made right there in front of you. They're warm with honey and cinnamon. They are absolutely delicious, and those are another big hit besides the
Huge
fries.
hit.
A
Huge
huge hit. We also have baklava, and of course that is made with honey and nuts and cinnamon with layers of filo, buttered filo dough. We have curabiedes, which are butter cookies
Right.
with confectioner's sugar. And we're not going to tell you everything that's on the menu because we'd like you to stop by and see what we have. We also have the menu on our website as well, so you can
course.
take a look at that in advance. You can plan what you would like to, how you like to enjoy your meal that evening. We also have, Father Nick, trying to think a couple other things. As far as the menu goes on the cafenillo side, besides the food and the coffee, we have frappe, which of course is iced coffee, and we have Greek coffee. And that's very, it's high octane, let's just put it that way.
Definitely high octane.
And we have American coffee as well. We have bottled water because that's always, we always need to have the bottled water for everyone.
The frappes are very, very popular, especially during the day when it's warm outside, and those just hit the spot. So the other thing we'd just like to say is that we are partnering up this year with SOS of Washtenaw County, so that this year it's going to be 7% of our proceeds of the net go to help SOS services in Washtenaw County, which is something that we're proud that we can help support, and their mission to help those who are in need and those who need assistance.
Right, and each year we try to contribute to the local charities.
That's right.
And that's our way of giving back. And so we would like to invite everyone to enjoy a wonderful June weekend, the first weekend in June at the Yasu Greek Festival, June 5, 6, and 7 at St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church. We look forward to seeing everyone, because someone at one point said, you really know how to throw a party.
We do.
We do, don't we? And we have fun throwing that party. So we invite you. We know you'll have a wonderful time. Bring your family and your friends. Tell everyone about us, because it's a community event for people of all ages.
It is. And you can visit us online, AnnArborGreekFestival.org.
Absolutely. Yasu.
Yasu.
My name is Elaine Roman. I am a retired school social worker, originally from Palestine, but I consider myself a citizen of the world. Our topic for today is Deir Yassin and the aftermath. On April 9, 1948, 1 month before Israel's so-called independence, the Ergan and Stern gang terrorists attacked Deir Yassin, the unarmed Palestinian village. They went from house to house, spraying bullets and throwing grenades. They then lined up men, women, and children and shot them. This was an intentional spark of fire done to scare the neighboring villages and towns, so the residents would flee their own homes and land. 67 years today, April 9, 2015, the Israelis are still treating the Palestinians unjustly, inhumanly, to pressure them to leave. Israel controls all aspects of Palestinian lives. For the Palestinians, the Deir Yassin massacre has come to symbolize the destruction of Palestine. Remembering Deir Yassin today opens a lot of wounds and painful memories about the Zionist occupation of Palestine. It began in 1917 when Arthur James Balfour, with the pressure of Israel, wrote 117 words letter to Lord Rothschild asking for Palestine be the homeland for the Jewish people. These few words began the destruction of Palestine. Israel pressured President Truman to support Israel, and then when they were declared independent in 1948, Truman awake at 3 in the morning in his pajamas to recognize the state of Israel. Dr. Clovis Maqsood stated, "This is not occupation, this is conquering." Not only have the Palestinians been occupied and terrorized by Israel for the last 67 years, but now the poor Palestinian refugees who fled Palestine and are now in the Yarmouk refugee camp in Syria are being terrorized by ISIS or Daesh in the most evil, disgusting, inhuman way. Another intentional spark of fire to get rid of the Palestinians. ISIS, a group that makes me believe they are supported by Israel because it is similar to what happened to Deir Yassin. I want to thank all the true intelligent leaders who are working for peace and justice. For all people. In President Obama's last State of the Union speech, he stated, "We will stand against violence and intimidation. We stand for the right and dignity of all human beings." I pray that these words come to fruition. Thank you for listening, and thank you, CTN, for the opportunity to express my views.
Hello, I'm Shaw McDonald, and I'm the Artistic Director and co-founder of Arbor Opera Theater, a local nonprofit organization that was founded in 1999 to help launch the careers of emerging professional artists. Today, I'm very pleased to be here to talk to you about a new project that we're undertaking this season in collaboration with the National Network of Depression Centers and the University of Michigan Comprehensive Depression Center. We are adapting Verdi's masterpiece La Traviata to focus on the stigma surrounding mental illness. This is going to be a new adaptation in English presented at the Lyndia Mendelsohn Theater June 11th through the 14th. It will be accompanied by full orchestra, a chorus, a ballet, and will be exactly the music that those of you who love La Traviata have come to expect to hear. It will be 2 professional casts, and we are hoping that this new adaptation will bring to light some of the most important issues and the truth behind the story. As a director, when I began to work on this project, I first thought about what is really this story about? Stripped of its surroundings, it really is an issue of stigma. And so then I began to have conversations with people about what did they think was a stigma of the 21st century. Over and over, people kept mentioning mental illness. Also, around the time, Robin Williams, the actor, unfortunately died by suicide. So it was on the hearts and minds of everyone involved in this production. And we really thought that this was the way that we wanted to go. So then I began to find a partner, and we were lucky to make contact with Dr. John Graydon of the National Network of Depression Centers and also the U of M Comprehensive Depression Center. They were very excited and very open to collaborating with us on this project and have been helpful in creating this adaptation so that it's a true representation of a person who might suffer from bipolar illness. We hope that you'll consider coming to see this performance between June 11th and the 14th at the Lydia Mendelson Theater, and also some of the events that we have surrounding the event. There will be a lecture at the Ann Arbor Public Library. There's also going to be an event at the Corner Brewery. It's an anti-stigma campaign geared more towards the millennials, but anyone's invited to come. And we also will have a talkback event following the performances where people can get information on how they might become more involved in fighting the stigma surrounding mental illness. Thank you so much for the opportunity to tell you briefly about this new project, and we hope to see you at the Mendelson Theater in June.
The Hotline Studio at CTN is the go-to place if you have an interest in video production but don't have a crew to get started. The Hotline Studio is a true one-stop shop for creating your own programming, because you'll have access to all the equipment of a regular production studio, but it can be operated by a single person without having to leave this desk. The impressive suite begins with the studio's remote-controlled cameras, which lets you set up shots via joystick controls, add custom text, images, and effects to spice up your program. And you can even use CDs and MP3s for added flavor. Multiple microphones means that multiple people can join in to help you run the show. You can also use the studio's own phone lines to take calls live on air. With all of this useful equipment right at your fingertips, the only thing you won't have is an excuse to not get started. You can find out how to take advantage of the Hotline Studio at a2gov.org/CTN or by calling CTN at 734-794-6150.
Are you a resident of Ann Arbor or a local nonprofit? Do you have an event to promote, an organization to advertise, or an opinion to express? Come to Community Television Network Studio to record your own 5-minute segment on Soapbox.
Soapbox is a free television program that lets you say what you want and get the word out to the community. You can talk about the services your organization provides, an event coming up, or just something you strongly believe. The program airs several times a week on Comcast Channel 17.
Here's how it works. Contact CTN to sign up for a time slot to tape your segment. You get 30 minutes to record a 5-minute spot about a topic of your choosing. You can bring props, write a script, dress up, do whatever you want as long as it's within CTN's production requirements. We'll provide a crew and set, you provide the talent and the message.
Soapbox tapes on the second and fourth Thursday of every month. All Soapbox segments are produced in CTN's state-of-the-art studio space, located at our facility at 2805 South Industrial Highway. To sign up for a slot, call 734-794-6150 or email ctn@a2dub.org.